Hello, everybody. And now, no, it's been a while. Just wanted to touch base with you. I had an interesting situation happen a while back at customer. I was going to check in, and apparently I had been given the wrong number by my dispatcher, which is not at all uncommon. It happens. They've got what numbers they've got. Sometimes the broker doesn't give them all the right information, so you got to call and they got to dig for the right number. So when I checked in with this one customer, they told me to go ahead and pull off to the side. He gave me a specific spot to park in, and then walk back over and talk to him once I had the right number. So I went over. It was a pretty tight spot, but I did what I normally do when it comes to backing. I took my time. I did slow, careful maneuvers. I got it in there. Only jostled a little bit just to make it straight and perfect, because when it comes to putting my truck and trailer in a spot, I anal about having it centered, perfectly aligned, the whole 9 yards. This way, I'm not making it harder for the person who's got to park next to me. So that's what I ended up doing. I didn't do any full pullouts. It was just kind of a, I gotta straighten that up type thing. So once I got parked and everything, I went back, or I called dispatch. I got the right number. I walked back over to give my number to security, and by that time there had been a line that had formed at the security desk. So I had to wait behind a couple of other drivers in order to give them the correct number. Now, the couple drivers were talking to each other. They're both from the same company, and that's kind of a normal thing. When you see somebody that works with your company, you start talking to them about how things are going and stuff like that. Company happened to be what I call a starter company, what a lot of people call one of those mega carriers. Basically, it's a company that, one of the companies that will put people through school and training, and then get them out on the road in their own truck. So these guys probably didn't have many months, let alone a year or more of experience. And so they asked me how long I'd been driving, and I went, I don't know, just a couple of decades or so. And the guy looked at me and went, "Shut up. There's no way." And I went, "Why?" I said, "I started driving in 1998. Why do you think I don't know what I'm doing?" He said, "Well, it took you forever to back up." I said, No. I went slow and careful, and I always go slow and careful. And I make it as precise as I can make it so that nobody else has to fight to get around me. I always go slow. There's no need to hot dog or show off. And then I said, and you know what? Going slow gives you plenty of time to do corrections, and if you hit something, it's a bump, not a smash. And you're less likely to do more damage. Not that that was what my intention was, but as I was dealing with relatively new drivers, I decided to give it a spin that they might understand. But apparently, because I wasn't hot dogging, and because I'm a female, they jumped to the conclusion that I'd only been driving a short time. That's even in the trucking industry. Even in the trucking industry, I'm fighting stereotypes. Now, outside of the trucking industry, I kind of expect that people like, "Oh, you drive truck? Wow, that's amazing," or "That's fantastic," or "I've even had your husband lets you do that." It's like I've had my trucking career longer than I've had my husband, so that's not an issue. But anyway, so even after, when I started trucking, 1% of the truckers were women. I think now we're up to about 7 or 8% of the truckers being female. And even with that growth over the last 24 years or so, you're still seeing stereotypes. And it's not from the old truckers either. These guys were relatively young and new to the industry. So they had their own assumptions. Anyway, hopefully I can slowly start to change the hearts and minds between what I do out on the road and besides what I'm doing here. So look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.